paints from the plastic tin.
If there's anybody here, could you please make a noise? Try and move something in the room. Just run in my direction. Thank you. Is that you?
That was outside. Just hang on a sec. Right, are you picking anything up at all, Andy?
Yes, I am. I'm actually picking up a Victorian woman who hung herself. Like Chris said, we all know the story anyway, but she's wearing white, and she's got brown hair or blackish hair, and she's about 5'4", 5'6", and she just hung herself until she found out about most people told her what was going on downstairs. That's all about the reason why she hung herself, but I can find out more later.
Alright, cheers Andy.
Thank you.
You'll then know, obviously, from coming to a few meetings beforehand, that once Ruth goes on her travels, you'll still be able to come on your own. You'll be used to everybody.
Well, that's it, so try and fit in a few more before Ruth goes, and then I will know everybody in our field.
Yeah.
Just in here we've got two tables. One table's for table tipping, a bit later on. The other table's got a bit of a dodgy top.
Hello.
We've got three objects in it just for a bit of trim objects, which we're going to lock off later on after we've done the table tipping. And if you just watch where you're putting your feet, because we've got talcum powder around, just in case if anything does come in here, hopefully we'll see any footsteps, which thankfully Andy put his feet all over before as well. And then there's a bit of talcum powder just around the table, just to see if anything does touch the table when we lock it off later on as well.
Okay, cheers.
Okay.
So we'll set that camera up just to watch the room where we got the trigger objects.
Yep.
So later on in the evening we're going to...
I don't know exactly where we'll lock the lanes off.
yeah.
I don't know
We're going to set them up in here anyway.
Down it wasn't.
There's still quite a few pages.
Right. Yeah, so I'm going in looking in the other rooms and that lot. So, oh, by the way, girls.
Yes,
Yes. When you go into the ladies' toilets on the first floor, go in twos. Right.
What do you reckon to that bathroom, Roy, on the left? It's
I've been up here in the White Line numerous times, and for me, my favourite part of up here is the bathroom. We have had activity before on a ghost walk where somebody has actually been pulled on there. Nobody's actually come up this evening as yet to say anything about the bathroom, but it would be great to find out if anybody else feels uneasy in the bathroom or experiences any activity in there.
you can just visualise somebody sat in that bloody chair, can't you?
Thank you. I just don't like the smell. I don't like it. I don't like the walls. I think it's not a nice place. It's very old, but no, don't like this bathroom at all.
Was a hanging as in a suicide or somebody else doing the hanging?
I get mixed with that. I feel like this lady, somebody wanted to die, but somebody, I don't know if somebody helped her. I'm getting that feeling of assistance with this.
Any idea of age?
I'm asking. I'm certainly 30-40. I don't know if I'm between 30 and 40. I'm being shown 30 and 40.
Any time period?
I'm asking. Feeling 1800s, but to do with the hanging or somebody, I don't know if that was an assisted or somebody, but this woman had it in your mind, you're just going to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Do you want to walk down the stairs and see?
Yeah, we'll go downstairs, yeah. I don't know if I'm going back to serving again. I feel like once again we're going down here with the trays, yeah? Yeah. Okay. And you're like this, and come on, I feel like this, yeah? And it's like this, and I feel like there's somebody up and down these all the time, and it's drinks, it's food, yeah? Okay. Now I don't know if that's linking with the maids and servant upstairs. Don't know, but there's some thing again where it's busy. I'm here. I feel certain now on here at one point or other, if you've come in, I don't know, this is the function room, somebody at some point would have sensed something on here, because I'm just getting a flurry of activity now. It's all like up, down. But I'm just getting the feelings again, you know, like these girls I'm getting now. So I'm thinking maids, and I just feel like they just didn't get a moment to themselves. It was just sort of like up, down, you know. And I feel there was something to do with a bell. I don't know where. A bell somewhere, and I feel like when this bell would ring, they'd come running, you know. And this is
Right, I've just set up a trigger object in this cupboard. We're going to close it off now and see what we get later.
She just came in and she went, "Hi, I'm Sue." "Hi Sue, I'm Mandy. Come on, take a seat. I've saved a seat for you. Knew you was coming." And from there, Angela, Judy, Angela, this is Charlotte, this is Ruth. Would you like to take care of it?
Again, in deeply. Blow it out. Try to feel really relaxed, as calm and relaxed as you can in a closed. For a lot of people, they can't picture a white light, so you need to picture something that will bring you back to your safe place, be it a loved one, a favourite place, something that you can relate to instantly if you start to feel unsure or afraid. If you can picture the white light, it's in the middle of your head. It's going to get bigger and bigger. Going to move down over your head, down to your shoulders, and make it go brighter and bigger. Down your arms, down to your waist. Keep it moving down to your knees, down to the floor. Let go under your feet, so you're now encased in a white ball. You're going to make that ball spread around the circle. If at any point you feel scared, unsure, if you picture this white light, you will always come back to the safety of the light, or a picture of a loved one, or a loved place. In that place you'll be protected and you'll be safe.
Let's give somebody a name. Can tap. Perhaps make the temperature drop in the room a bit. No harm, like I say, please come forward. God, sounds like a old man. Hunchback.
Who was that? Was that Peter?
David.
What did you say, David?
Master Higgins, Charlie.
Master Higgins?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's temperature drop. Must be back in the neck at the moment.
Oh, they still removed it if it was really draft. Seems to be a draft.
Since we're spitting out my face at the moment.
I think that could be the same man that Andy's picking up. Well, you know, with him, like say white hair or somebody older and it walking stick.
No,
you know.
he's feels like he's got a wall and moving somewhere.
Right.
See it all in shape.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're still here, I still don't know your name. Were you in the war? Is that why you're crippled now? Is because you're in the war? You were injured?
That's what it is.
Temperature's dropped, let's get Christine behind Andy.
Is there anyone here, any spirits in here that does like to give us a sign, make a noise, touch somebody, give somebody a name? Would you like to come forward? Please give us a sign that you're in here with us. I've got a draft in. You feel like
It's actually the temperature's gone up between Carol and, I don't know your name, Charlotte.
It's just for now.
It's all right.
It's the storm.
Yeah,
It's
I think that's
still
what
in
it
the 18.
I just got to drag them right by my arm, right by my right arm.
I think he's gone.
I've got
I thought it was really hot,
Yeah.
but I just felt it drop.
The injury, it was to do with his back. He was constantly in a lunch. Felt something to do with an explosion or hand grenade or something. And I feel like he died down the way. I don't know if I'm going and getting like a trench. And I don't think he died out of the way and someone blasted in. That's the sort of thing I get. He didn't kill him.
To do is just sort of recuperate and just feel free to speak out. Okay. Even though you might not hear anything, if you're sort of asking questions, we might pick it up on the recording. So the idea is we're trying to convey with any potential spirits that might be here. So if we hear a sound on there, it could be a residual format. So we need interactment. So if you're asking for a name and you get the name, how old you get the age or whatever, we know it's interactment. So then we know then that it's not residual.
Is there any like natural drafts in there? So you from the door.
There would be a little one there, but it's not too drafty. That's why we covered it up as much as we could. But you shouldn't. The amount of draft that's there, shouldn't really implement anything in here. So we've got music downstairs, which is a bit of a bugger.
Yeah,
but that's been going for a while, so we're knowing about the vibrations of the music. So it is a bit of a bugger, that is. It really is.
I'll try and listen over it.
Well, we'll see how we go, and we're going to do other experiments.
They're kicking off now in there, so
right, I'm going to put that on record.
Please make a loud noise. If it's you who is causing this microphone, this walkie-talkie in my hand to make noises, can you do it again? Can you do it again? I'm not here to harm you, I'm just curious. Thank you. If you made a light, could you make it again? Right. That's it, like a hand there. It's like the pressure of a hand there. Thank you. Could you do something else? I'm not here to harm you, I'm just curious. I know it's difficult in here, but if you could try and make a noise. Try and give me your name. Try and move something in the room. Just right in my direction. Thank you. Is that you?
That was outside. Just hang on a sec. Right, I'm back in the room where me and Ruth were earlier. This time I'm on my own. If there is anybody with me in this room, thanks for that. If you was just cause that bleep, I don't wish you any harm. I'm not here to harm you, I'm not here to in any way show disrespect to you. I'm here out of curiosity. I'd like to meet you. You may be looking at me now thinking, well, you're probably just as confused and, well, I won't say frightened, I'm not frightened, but you're probably just curious as to why we do what we do, why we spend hours in the dark looking for something to, I don't know if we do it to convince ourselves that there's something after death, some sort of a guarantee that once you die there's something to look forward to. Personally, I have yet to be convinced. Now, if you want to go some way to try and convince me, if you want to touch me, make a noise, show me a light, show me something that I can think, well, that's impressive. I'm not frightened of you and I don't want you to be frightened of me, so now when Ruth was in here earlier, you made some quite impressive light anomalies, and also you managed to throw something outside, admittedly outside the room. Now that could have been a team member or somebody having a bit of a joke and threw something up the passageway, but it was impressive. mean, don't be frightened of me, just come forward and, I don't know, touch me. Frighten me if you want, I mean, I can hear noises outside, but that could be.
Right, alright upstairs, mate. Yeah, we're fine up here. We're just going to come down for a 5-10 minute break, mate. Alright, mate, we're a bit longer. They just give out the ways to people. We're just sorting it out. No problem.
Well, the noises you can hear Roy and the gang just come out of the bathroom after a long vigil in there. In fact, it's probably just me and you now upstairs. I think everybody else has gone. Some have gone for a cigarette outside, others have looking after Dave, who's had some sort of a fit in one of the rooms. I hope he's alright. We'll go and check later. Well, I must admit, I'm picking up nothing. You want to take the torch out? There we go.
0306, can you hear me?
There's a lot of gossiping going on behind on the old walkie-talkie. Right, I'm sat here. I'm just going to sit here very quietly. I'm not about to frighten you. Do something like you did earlier. Make the room go cold. Move something. Throw a stone again up the hallway. Appear behind me. And if that was you affecting the walkie-talkie, do it again. Like I've said before, I don't mean you any harm. I come here with the greatest of respect. I'm not here to cringe on your, I was going to say lifestyle, but on your, whatever your existence is. I'm just curious to know if there is an existence, or if it's just a figment of people's imaginations. Well, I must admit, just for the camera, I feel nothing in this room. It's warm, no drafts, no noise, except for vibration on the from the music downstairs in the pub. There's nothing. I don't feel there's anybody watching me, I don't feel there's anybody stood behind me, I don't feel there's anything in this room at all. Well, I think I've spent enough time here. If you're not going to do anything, then I'll say cheerio and leave you in peace.
If there's anybody in this room with me tonight, can you make a noise? Can you show yourself? My name's Charlotte. If there is anybody in this room with me this evening, can you make a noise or show yourself with lights? Is there a male in this room this evening? Not come here to hurt you this evening? Please, can you make a noise or show yourself? Is anybody here? Gone really hot again. Just saw a light flash above the camera, behind the video camera. If that was you, please can you make a bigger light?
Try and knock on the table.
Sit at the back of me end. Sound. They're doing that across it. If that's you, thank you. Can you please try and do that to somebody else? Or knock on the table. Please come forward and use our energies. We don't mean you any harm.
Try and make the room temperature drop. Try and move something in the room for us as a sign of communication.
You're right, Charlotte.
There's somebody outside the room next. There's a really loud rustle near the door.
Everyone down here I'm aware of, some of the people doing what they're doing upstairs in the other rooms.
There was what sounded earlier.
you were afraid.
You can hear it on your screen. Quite loud.
Try to get into the hall.
So I'm shooting
Anybody with the radio upstairs? Anybody in the hallway? Just turn around, let me know. We're finished there with you while you're busy.
Is that Russell you leave the room?
On your own?
Feels like a child's naughty room, almost.
What,
As if
here?
parents used it as a punishment room.
You go and sit in there. But obviously, they would. I don't think that
That
ladder,
wasn't, no, it's not always been there, I don't think.
the ladder would have been there actually.
Thank you if your name's Arthur. It just, that comes to me because it just looked like from, when he was going round, it looked like it was like a nose sort of thing. Are you in this building all the time? Can you come to me if it's yes? To us, Andrew if it's no. By that I mean, are you in this building all the time, or do you just visit?
It's freezing now.
Are you here alone?
If your name is Arthur, are you looking for Mary?
Just got clicked on you.
A flick?
Yeah. Is it Mary you're looking for?
It was a proper surge of that, wasn't it? Oh, I've got
I was going to say that I can feel
goosebumps on my arm. I feel all the hairs on my arm. I just stick it out. I can feel more coming up.
I feel a lot of the thing.
all there.
What you want to do there? It really hates. No.
Are you shy?
Yes, it is.
Nothing to be shy about. You know how.
The man that's just joined us is Bill. So you know who he is. We were sat here, we were getting for the first, and then Andy seen something over here, and then we got this surge of draft that went boom, and it started to move, really.
I'm just trying to catch up. Have you done a yes, no on it?
Yeah, well, yeah, I said it for to come towards me if it was yes towards. Well, now if you could make it a yes towards me and a no towards the lady opposite me, which is Michaela.
If you want.
I would rather not do it with a yes no.
Is it not?
Yeah. If you want to come in, you can do it. I mean, personally, I don't want to do that.
Right,
So I might block your images.
right, well,
You sometimes get some better results.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'll come out if you want to give it a go. No, we'll just do it without them if you want.
Actually, to prove that you're here before we have to close down for the night. We won't be here much longer. And we just got pushed in the back there, so it's very nice.
I actually think there's been more going on around the room rather than...
I'm feeling more now. Like, even though I was getting a sore neck when I was sat there.
Well, this room, we got some quite good results in. You've seen the last tapes, but a lot of the energies actually show themselves in the room across the way. That's very, very.
I just can't just slightly.
I got pushed in the back there.
I leave you with love, light and total respect. And thank you for all your efforts in trying to communicate with you. We'll leave you in peace now. God bless. Thank you.
Earlier on, got quite a lot out of earlier on, but as they turned the music up downstairs, things seemed to calmed off a bit quieter. Didn't really pick anything up out of the rooms I did earlier on. Otherwise, very interesting. I'd like to come back and try and get in the cellar maybe.
Not actually witnessed anything, but I feel that there's something going on here. Worthwhile coming.
Not too bad.
Behind the camera.
Picked up a lot of energies, and hopefully some of it can be verified. Very good night.
Yeah, very enjoyable evening. Didn't get much. I stayed and monitored a lot of the TVs and that lot, but enjoyed it all the same. I think it was a little slow to start with. I did a walk around with Andy at the beginning, got some interesting information, and I think it's built up during the night. Been a very interesting evening. Well worth coming. Had a good time.
It's a little quiet to start off with, but some things happened. The planchette was good, and we didn't get anything out of the table too. But it's been a good night. I've enjoyed it.
Yes, very good.
Really enjoyed it. Got quite some good results.
It might go even out.
It's been a very quiet evening. We didn't. Things didn't help with the music being loud downstairs. That distracted a lot of people. We had a few things, images brought through to us. Whether that's paranormal, I'm not too sure. We need to check up the history research of the place. Apart from temperature fluctuations, not really much happened for me anyway this evening. Maybe another day.
Well, yes, certainly. Everything went very nicely indeed. Some strange anomalies. Some what's going to have to look into further investigation, I think.
I've had a really good evening. It's my first investigation. I've really enjoyed it. I think a lot happened.
Good night.
It was really good for a first one.
So you do another?
I would definitely.
Good.
Really, really good.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Quiet to what it usually is, isn't it? It's usually pretty active here. We've experienced on ghost walks and previous things we've done here, but tonight was too quiet for me usually.
There was various bits and bobs. Well, the night in all, a bit slow to start with. It takes a lot of time setting up all the equipment and things. From the different things that we didn't do too much on the EMFing side of things, but the experiments we did, I think it was quite productive in senses. Again, like all investigations, some people experience things, some people don't experience things. For me personally, while monitoring the videos on the lone vigils, the sounds of growlings and grunting sounds and all them type of things, They was quite prominent on the screen, but the person encountering the long vigil didn't hear them. So, okay. For me, very, very interesting night, but it could swing both ways. Paranormal, don't know. Interesting, yeah, I'd say so.